Oh, crispy critters.
Your hand! No! Hang on, I got you. Oh, well, we'll be fine, my love. We've handled worse. Pull yourself together. You have to follow this path first. You need to stabilize yourself. The Voskhod module doesn't help with that anymore, but that's all the better for us, right? Don't worry, honey. Everything will be wonderful. Find somewhere a bit quieter. I'll explain everything then. You're doing great! It's my way of keeping up with you. I can't talk for long and be in 3 different places at once. But when you peek in here, you put the whole world on pause for a while. And you can hear me. Echoes of my thoughts. Is this the first time you've heard them? Sometimes they can seem ill-timed or even repetitive. Because of the space-time peculiarities here, in my version of reality, I said them all simultaneously. I've waited so long, my love. I desperately want to talk to you. Feel the air in my lungs, the touch of your hands. Throw off your chains, restore your memory, and find me. We can do it. We'll find the rings. Next to you, in my personal prison of Limbo, and in the real world, where I monitor what happens to us. Yes, we're still lying in Dr. Sechenov's office. By the way, I want a rematch. Later when everything's worked out. Right now, I'm needed everywhere. I have helped and will help you. Thanks to these echoes, I could occasionally influence the polymeric radio waves, and what you read in the pairs and heard in chirpers. But Cheriton Radionovich has done that more often. I'm sorry I couldn't stop it. See the little house up ahead? We can talk there. The important thing is that you listen to me and everything will be okay. I'm a pro here. So we're in limbo, both of us, and I really want to fix that. Soon your memories will start coming back, and you'll fully acclimate to this world. Then we'll find a way out together. You had a Voskhod module installed into your head, remember? That contraption can plunge you into limbo, and it also blocked your memory. specific memories about me, though it blocks those too. It keeps you from remembering who you were before Bulgaria. Since Cheriton Radionovich no longer controls the Voskhod, you'll get back to being yourself soon, and then you'll get out of Limbo and help me, okay? Excellent. This way you'll get to the depths of your consciousness, and we can start climbing toward the exit from there. Everything's going to plan. Of course, plutonium. I forgot who I was talking to. You'll figure out what to do here quickly. Not easy peasy, but we have to defeat everyone. Choose a weapon and keep going down. I want to ask you something. When you get out of Limbo, please find what remains of the robot twin, and find the rings you had to throw away. We can use them to disappear from the collective site forever. Of course, you got it right. I'm Blesna, Katya Nichayeva. By the way, in case the Voskhod wiped this out too, have no doubt. It's me, your wife. way, I'm not just a piece of polymer. Dr. Sechenov calls this form teardrop. I'm officially the first recon officer in the unnatural world. In general, I have a lot to be proud of, but the thing is, I really want to get out of this place. You know, we never slept much, 4 or 5 hours at the most. First studying, then the war, and then the endless Argentum training. Not to mention after our wedding. And we always felt fine. Sechenov and Zaharov didn't see it immediately. But it's all about genes. ADRB1 is responsible for how much sleep a person really needs. The Voskhod device was developed specifically for people like us to make the time needed for productive sleep even shorter. And that's precisely who Dr. Filatova studied at the Academy of Consequences. Time here flows differently. It's hard to compare with reality. The hands of the clock seem to freeze, but the clock itself can be carried away, far away, as if that were possible. As long as you move in a certain direction, things go on happening in the real world. But if you stand still, then nothing happens at all. Pay it no mind. What's important is that our bodies are lying in Dr. Sechenov's office. Attention, déjà vu test alpha. Sorry. So there are a few of these people. People with the DEC2 gene mutation were eligible for the experiment. But that wasn't all they needed. They needed the ADRB1 mutation. Geniuses often sleep very little. Lomonosov, Tesla, Edison, Da Vinci, many practice polyphasic sleep. Dr. Sechenov believed that the way to Limbo was the brightest flash during sleep, just before waking. He decided that when he saved me after the Bulgaria incident. The surgery took 16 hours. Sechenov found me in Limbo using polymeric readers and the Spark module. He installed a frequency anchor to enter this world. Technically, Limbo isn't sleep or death, but somewhere in between. Like this nice guy has peaceful intentions. Look how cheery he is. Did we set him free? Don't feel sorry for the gingerbread man. Throw him at that demon spawn. I definitely spoke too soon. Hit him, Sergey. Don't stop. Look at that thing! I'll try to negotiate with him. Varlan Tabuta Chok. That didn't work? Weird. Watch out for his sweet henchmen! I'll try to negotiate with him. Marlon Tabuta Chop! That didn't work? Weird. Sometimes Limbo surprises even me, and I've seen a lot. What are these crispy critters, Nichayev? You don't seem like yourself at all. Rude and stubborn as a ram. And you're a monster yourself. Are we already climbing up? Ah, still at the end of your rapid slide. Got it. Sorry, I got riled up too soon. By the way, did you know that society loves me? Yes. For 3 years, I silently observed the world through the eyes of 2 cold robots while they guarded the doctor and sometimes put on shows. I even liked it. True, Sechenov didn't create the twins for ballet. Their military functionalities are hypertrophied, and their speech algorithms are controlled entirely by a simple AI. They're not encoded by my polymeric essence. Dr. Sechenov really did save my life, but he could only guess at how much. He checked my readings, even talked to me kindly, but more often than not, I was simply his shadow. Then one day, I was given the task of meeting Major Nichayev and giving him an electronic key. You. If I'd had a human body, my throat would have been ripped out. I sobbed and screamed with all my might. Such was my soul yearning for you. But from the machine just came a detached, "Here is your vehicle activation code, Comrade Major." Oh, I'm sorry. Soon, I was able to separate myself from the twins. Dr. Sechenov noticed it almost instantly. But the collective breach had reached Chelome, and he no longer had time to deal with it. He just muttered something to Stockhausen in surprise. When we went to the VDNH, I quickly realized I could influence the polymeric waves. You could even see me for a flash. You won't remember, but when Cheriton Radionovich first plunged you into Limbo, I helped you find the way out. And then again. Sadly, we ran out of time, and Mikhail was swallowed up by the array. But I'd managed to block Cheriton Radionovich at the Academy of Consequences. But my mother intervened. That's what Granny Zena always did. Nice move! Limbo lives its own life and doesn't expect new arrivals. We're just guests here, but more and more of us are finding ourselves in this place. See, until the Collective 2.0 is launched, everyone who has contact with Dr. Sechenov's array can get here. Technically. Or have I already told you? Molotov, Stockhausen. And now, with Charles's array mixing with Sechenov's Jellyman, those criminals from whom the first prototype of the array was created can be in Limbo. Charles, as I said. The beta connectors, the rings, were created for us, the Nechayev family, to guard Sechenov when the Collective 2.0 launched. That's what I think. Everyone who's undergone polymerization starts getting information about all members of the network. That's not bad, though it's unpredictable. The issue isn't with Sechenov, as Petrov or Filatova feared, but with people learning a lot of new things about each other. They'll be in plain sight, but not us, when we find the rings, of course. They contain some limbo matter, or maybe it's better to say antimatter. The connectors isolate the carrier from the collective system search area, and I'm grateful to Dr. Sechenov for saving me? I don't know what to call this state, but I'm me. And I want to vanish from the whole world. It's awful having someone powerful constantly standing over you, controlling your every move. As you know, Granny Zina is my mother. Remember? Did I tell you, or did she? Anyway, Zinaida Petrovna is one of the few who figured out Dr. Sechenov's true plans. Unfortunately, as it often goes, she also views everything through the lens of her own ego, so she's unhappy. You probably saw the computer device in her flying house. And you probably saw the strange little hut on chicken legs. Hold on, someone's coming. If this helps you survive, then there's no reason to interfere, right? Technically, we're nearing the end of the path, so everything's going to plan. Not bad. Another section done, honey. Just a little more. In some sense, we both died there in Bulgaria in '52, and there's no doubt they saved us. But they started using us for their own purposes, both in reality and Limbo. Even Comrade Miraviova, Granny Zina, I wish I could forget all of this with you and start living a normal life. We have a plan and a chance. Alpha, our bodies have been found, my love.
Are there fat cats thwarting the people's will?
Here's a report from the real world. Soldiers went into the office. Some from Argentum. Krypton and Radon. Those two are always together. I thought they were stationed all around the world. Who's giving them orders when the collective hasn't launched? Have I already told you how time moves here? Well, the collective hasn't been launched yet. Technically, neither has the Atomic Heart Project. So we have time to get out of here. Time for you to move. Sergey, are we a good team? We really need to find the exit. Just keep doing what you're doing. I have faith in you, my love. Sechenov gains knowledge from Limbo. You and I can't make out what's what here. There'll be hell to pay. But Dr. Sechenov can see the intricacies of space-time. For people like him, Limbo is an observation deck into all possible scenarios, the doorstep of reality. Mathematic analysis and predictions, quantum entanglement, and the radio of the future are all great, but Limbo is so much more. The basis of creation, the Big Bang, the Great Filter, call it what you wish, but literally everything is encoded here. The past and the future. Everyone can see only to the best of their ability. For example, your capabilities are sufficient only for the sky, grass, and obscenities. We'll fix that. So about my mother's hut, not the flying one. That's a radio comms complex. No, I mean the creature. When you go to a new place as a tourist, you will think about what you'll take as a souvenir. And how you'll do it if the place is a different world. You need to understand what kind of matter exists there and what laws of physics it obeys. That's not in our power. But Dr. Sechenov was glad to have a challenge for his genius mind, and he succeeded. The creature, the hut on chicken legs, is the first and only material evidence of Limbo's existence. Dr. Sechenov's trophy. It's considered lost, but you and I both know who found it. Remember how I said that Dr. Filatova was studying a group of volunteers at the AOC? She either didn't know herself or tried to use you to put pressure on Dr. Sechenov, but it's not related to the collective. The collective is exactly what the triumphant slogan said, a utopia where people can come together and control robots. They were looking for a way into Limbo at the AOC, and more importantly, a safe way out. So far, only 2 living people have managed to get out safely. You and Sechenov. I don't count yet, but I'd like to change that.